Back to life. Back to life. And today I want to show you a recipe that in Turkey everyone loves. I haven't seen anyone in my life who doesn't like it. Like, I was a child and I was only eating 5 things, and this was one of those 5 things. So as a child who doesn't like anything, this is a recipe that will find its way. And plus, it's cheap, it's very nutritious, and it's incredibly easy to make. Today's recipe is mercimek çorbası. It's just pure lentils and water and very simple ingredients. But it keeps you warm, it keeps you happy. If you're on a diet, if you drink like 2 or 3 cups, it will keep you full for a long time and with low calories. Plus, it's really good in proteins. If you want to make this greatness into something bigger, I have toppings and some small tips which can make it into a heavenly, fulfilling dish. We're going to start with the lentils. By the way, this is like an IKEA jar and I write things like this the old school way. It's like something small, but I love doing it very much. I have here red lentils, but there are of course yellow ones which are thinner and more yellowish. This also makes a really good mercimek soup. But here, because it's more wildly known, I'm going to use the red ones. I don't like using plastic, but this helps to get the excess dust and the starch away. I'm going to put some water and mix it really well for about 2 minutes so that it all goes away. There will be bubbles on top. That's good. That's what I want to get rid of. It decreases the print effect that you have and the taste becomes rather nicer and the color a little brighter. As you can see, the water becomes starchy. Well, I'm going to do it for a second time. If any of the lentils float, throw them away. There might be a bug or something inside, so I'm going to put this starchy water to the plant. Now, I had like glasses this big, 2 glasses.
For 2 glasses of lentils?
8 glasses of water. And always there are lentils left and it's just a nightmare trying to clean it. Water helps in that, so I'm putting the water to the cup that I have washed. This looks like a very idiot tip to give, but trust me, when you work with lentils, it is quite important. To this, I'm going to add 1 onion. Onion will give it sweetness, it will add a dimension to the soup and it will be really nice. In the old days, I used to cut it into 2 pieces, but what I've realized, because lentils like cook in 10 to 15 minutes, the onions do not get cooked really well. Sometimes it has some raw taste, so I make it into slices and add it to the soup. This is going to boil for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's depending on the type of the lentil. The lentils are going to explode and it will be like a thick puree. The only thing you have to do when it's cooking, there's going to be a white foam forming on top. It's called kef in Turkish. We have to take that out because it gives like a grayish color to the soup and makes it harder to digest. The taste slightly changes. There's a sourness as well. It really happens in many things, in jams, in some casserole dishes, and nothing else. My soup is almost ready. The lentils popped out and the onions have been cooked. And we have 5 more minutes to go. I need 2 tablespoons of butter. If you want to make it vegan, you can use, of course, olive oil, sunflower oil. Now I'm going to make something called meyane. In French cooking, it's very similarly called roux. I have 1 tablespoon for each glass of lentil. To this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. Now I'm going to mix the butter with the flour. What this does is thicken the soup. It adds also flavor. When it's light yellow like this, the power of making it stiffer and harder is more. As it turns browner, the flavor increases into nuttiness, like you are making some nuts on the stove, but the energy to make the soup thicken decreases. As lentils have no problem in thickening, what I want is more taste, so I'm making it browner. And guys, I want to tell you something. If you haven't subscribed to the video, please subscribe. It's very important for us. That's how we survive. If you like the video, don't hesitate to press like. That's how the word spreads. As you can see, this turned into like a brown, beautiful color. Now here I have 250 milliliters of chicken stock. I put the stock into the pan because I want to get all the goodness. Before it boils, I have to take it to here because it will thicken. So our soup is almost ready. I haven't put salt yet. A heaped teaspoon of salt. And depending on your taste, this might increase or decrease. Now, it still doesn't look very nice. In Turkey, when we were small children and these machines were not invented, this soup was called süzme mercimek çorbası, which is, they used to put this through the sieve, so it makes this pure and silky, smooth soup. As it cooks, on the sides some lentils are stuck, but always get them into the game, even though you might either carve them. As you can see, creamy looking and silky. It's very nice. Some people put carrots, pepper paste, tomato paste, but the plain one is actually my favorite, and it's such a base that you can build on top of it many different things. The soup comes with a lemon on the side, and there would be red pepper and lemon. Okay, so this is the most classic one. I have like small croutons. There was a pide, it was almost dry. You can use any dry bread you have with a bit of butter and mix it, and it becomes this crunchy goodness, which is very simple. And a lot of olives actually. Each spoon, there would be one olive and the olive goes on the bread and the seed comes up. Usually I would collect the seed. That would be another plate, and each time counts. I remember eating 35 olives in one soup.
What?
I loved it. This is my secret side, guys. It's so good. Third one is actually like a main course. Here I have the soup. I'm going to add small meatballs. The recipe for this meatball we have on the channel. I'm going to put it here, and I just changed the shape. It's just like small meatballs. And to this I'm going to add some red beans.
Does it matter what type of beans?
No, like I had these purple ones at hand. These were jarred. And some coriander. This could be parsley if you don't have coriander in your country. Now, suddenly this soup becomes a really fulfilling thing to eat. I remember writing an article in the newspaper as soup to save the world from bad eating in the canteens of the schools. Soups like this can be served, and maybe some kids in Turkey don't eat proper lunch, they don't like it, they don't want to get fat or something. But this is a great way to eat various things together and have this fulfilling effect in a healthy way. Now this is when everyone tells me how like you should eat salad. This was a way I have discovered that I can eat salad I don't like so much, but this is a salad I like. But anyways, I put the salad into the soup and some croutons. What it does is, especially in summertime or cold winters, you want to eat something warm, but you don't want a lot of calories. This is a great way to do that. And this is the fourth one. Shall we come to how Bahar eats it?
Yes.
Now you guide me, Bahar.
Yogurt, please.
Yogurt.
One more.
And this is especially for the people who do not like very hot stuff. You get one sip from a creamy yogurt, and then the other one, it will cool the soup as well.
A lot of black pepper.
Yes.
Red pepper. 3-4 olives.
Oh, really?
And some parsley. What? It tastes good.
Okay. This list can go on and on. Here, for example, for the crunchiness, instead of bread, you can use kadayıf and red pepper. And not to the kadayıf, but to the side, some lemon. Okay, let's start. This is not soup, this is a course. So good. For the salad, we dip the soup and mix it well. And here becomes this. Also, because of the bread, it is like a kebab. I don't want to dip my spoon again because I believe you love it. So I want to save this one for you.
Thank you. The pide has the kebab taste.
Yeah, it does. It's for you. So this is what it is, and now because we made these beautiful ones and we had to take photos of them and etc., it turned a bit cold, to tell you the truth. And as you can see here, your soup, when it's left on the side, will get cold, and as it gets cold, it becomes thicker like this. And I believe it's really important how to reheat it. You add almost a glass of water. The soup looks lighter, then again, as it starts to boil, it will come to the form. Depending on the type of mercimek, you might need to add some more water. It's okay. If it's too watery, let it cook 5 more minutes and it will be okay. So don't worry, guys. And finally, let's go to the classic one. Now, as this is really hot, some tips for eating the soup. If you get your spoon from the middle like this, it will be boiling hot, very hot. You should always take it from the side like this. And not for the drips to drop, you just have to sıyırmak the spoon from the side. Like this. How do you do it?
I take my spoon from the far end of the bowl
And eat
then
like
eat
this?
from the yes.
So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoy our lentil soup video. Hope you like the recipe. If you develop your own techniques, please write them down. I read all your comments. Thank you so much. Take great care and have a nice, wonderful weekend.